Today I want to show you one of the Benchtop test kits, the E40 with Examiner software. So I have my E40 tripod mounted looking at a printed circuit board today, and it's connected up via USB to my laptop, and I'm running Examiner now. Let's start by connecting up to the camera. So I simply go to Camera, Select, and the software is going to go out and find every IR camera that's connected to the PC, and of course it sees my E-Series camera. I just click on it and click on Connect. Here in a matter of seconds we'll see that nice IR image, and the first thing you'll notice is that we get this beautiful temperature characterization of our part we're looking at, in this case the printed circuit board. And anywhere I move my mouse I get a temperature value for each pixel within the image. So it's kind of like having tens of thousands of spot pyrometers or thermocouples available at the push of a button. Anywhere I probe around I get that temperature data for every pixel within the image. We can do some further image enhancement, like adjusting color palettes. We just go under View, Palette, and I can choose from any number of color palettes available to me. I kind of like this 1, 2, 3, 4 palette, so I'll choose that one. And if I want, I can even adjust the level and span of how the temperature or the color palette's being applied to the temperature data. I just go down here and I see that histogram of every pixel and which temperature it's at. I can just grab the endpoint and drag it in and adjust my span, and then click in the middle and adjust my level if I want as well. If I prefer the auto scale, which I'm going to use today, I just go over to the drop down box and choose From Image, and I'm back to an auto scale based on the temperature min and max within the image. Let's see how to collect some data. I go up underneath the Record Conditions, and I can choose for how long I want to record. Maybe it's so many seconds or minutes. Today I'm going to record for 15 seconds while I power up the printed circuit board. Or if I prefer, I can specify how many frames I want to record to as well. Then I choose a directory I want to record to, so I'll choose Benchtop Test Kits. And I can even give it the recording, be it a movie or a snapshot, a unique name as well. Since I'm using an E40, I'll choose E40 for the recording as well as the snapshots. When I'm all set, I click on OK, head back up to my record conditions and click on record a movie. Now when I do this, I'm going to go ahead and turn on that printed circuit board, and we should see it heat up when we look at the recorded data here in a second. This particular printed circuit board heats up especially on a couple of resistors in the top right hand corner, so it'll be interesting to see how hot those get. Okay, yeah, there it is with the live imagery, and we see those two hot resistors up there. Let's look at the recorded data we just captured. Go to File, Open. There's that recorded data I just stored, and it starts playing back immediately. So I can play forwards, fast forwards, backwards, fast backwards. Let's jump to the beginning of the data and add some analysis tools, and then we'll add some charts and graphs as well. We have two different analysis tools available to us. One is a box, so I'm going to draw a box around this circuit right here in the middle, this chip. And then I'm going to grab a cursor and I'm going to put that on one of these hot resistors up here and start playing through some of that data. I'll adjust that cursor slightly, make sure I'm on that hot resistor. Alright, and now let's see what types of charts and analysis tools we have available. The first one is a statistics viewer, so if I just click on that and drag it, I can dock this to the right or below the image. So I'm going to put it here to the right of the image, and it allows me to adjust how large or small I want that to be relative to the image. We get some nice data such as the average within the box, the maximum temperature, the minimum, and we can either change things such as the emissivity and distance to target to ensure we get the most accurate temperature measurement available. Let's click on the box again and go grab our temporal plot here. Again, I'm going to drag this and I can dock it to the right or below the image, or if I bring it over here I can put it on top of, above, below, left, right of the statistics viewer. So if I put it on top of, I get this kind of tabbed view, which is nice. Or if I want to see both at the same time, I simply drag it off and I can dock it above. Let's add the cursor on there too, so I click on the cursor, grab my temporal plot. Now I see a unique icon that allows us to add it to the existing temporal plot. So let's do that. Now we see both of them charting out as well. I can even adjust how much of the data I see at any given time, so I'll grab these endpoints and stretch them out to see the entire data set. I can do neat things like when I hover over the temporal plot, I get these two arrows and I can zoom in on specific portions that I'm interested in. I can data log that out to a text file if I'd like. I can even specify on the box whether I chart out the minimum, the maximum, or the average temperature within the box. And I can always save the data as a bitmap. Maybe I want to send it out in a report or a presentation. Or I can export it as a CSV, a comma separated value file, so I can import it into Microsoft Excel. Or maybe I want to take it into MATLAB, some other third-party processing program. So that's available to you as well. A couple ways to share data and export data. Let's look at some other ways to export data. I can go under File, Export, and I can export the entire IR image, this beautiful IR image, as a bitmap. Then I can plug right into my report or my presentation. So if I want to give this to colleagues or clients or marketing, it's a great way for them to be able to see thermally how my part's reacting. It's another great way to share data. Let's jump back to the live IR image. So I just go to Camera and Connect, and it's going to connect to the last camera we connected to, and we see that live imagery again. Another nice feature of the Benchtop test kit is the ability to plug on the 45-degree lens. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the E40 now, and I'll disconnect it from my tripod. And I'm going to get in real close. Now the 45-degree lens is especially interesting because it has a very close focus. So I'll zoom in on those resistors that I knew were hot earlier. Get in tight on those and let me focus there. Now we get a real crisp IR image, but a much more zoomed in field of view. So the really nice thing about the 45-degree lens is we can look for those hot spots and then zoom in and find out exactly what's going on. What's that hot spot mean on my overall design. And here, let me focus on another chip here. So it's another great feature of the Benchtop test kit. Well, that's all I had to show today. If you do have any further questions or would like some more information about this software or the Benchtop test kit, feel free to contact us here at FLIR, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.